guys, Anna here. Today we are in Oasis Springs, and on this lot where the Johnny Zest trailer is. Now this is a large lot, and the original build, I just felt that it had so much empty space, and I wanted to kind of recreate, something a little different, something a little fun, and attempt to recreate his trailer, but make it better. So this is actually a family home. So the actual trailer itself looks very deceptive because from the outside, it doesn't actually look that big. But the inside is, I think the floor plan on this home is very well done, I might say myself. And I was able to fit quite a few bedrooms in this home. I believe it's a 3x2. So a little bit about this build. So this build, obviously we had the concept of the original trailer that was on this lot. We had the concept of wanting to use more of the land, more of the lot, and being able to create something that was, it took similarities from the original, but was able to create something entirely different, which one of those strategies was the inclusion of terrain manipulation, as we are seeing here. So I've created some raised areas, and I really felt that this gave a little bit more dimension to the lot, and we still kind of keep the original kind of, I don't know, I guess it's like an entertainment space, I would say. That kind of gravelled path entertainment space, we still keep that, but we expand it, so we add some more entertainment things to do. We also add lots of skill building, and we add things in this home where I did feel that maybe it could be like a combination of, here in Oasis Springs and also like eco lifestyle. So that it's an eco lot. There's solar panels, and there's a generator, a recycling thing, machine. So all of those things were included, and if we jump into the build right now, as we can see, we are just, drawing out the path for that entertainment area, that kind of pebbled path. And it is an interesting shape. I can see as I'm drawing this, it may look very obscure, but in the end, it turns out really nice. We clutter it with some landscaping. I believe we use a fire pit. We'll see in a minute, but I really wanted some landscaping and just use the plants and the flowers that are surrounding here in Oasis Springs. But I did want to keep it, very spacious, because I did like that about the original Zest trailer, where it was like there was space. It wasn't overly landscaped or anything like that, but I just felt there was too much space. So we've definitely fixed it here in this build. All right, so what else can I tell you about this house? So we are including some assets from the Desert Luxe kit for the windows. I felt that, when I have these, rectangle builds, these angled windows, they really kind of give that illusion to the eye that the build just goes on and on and on. And I really love that. And I love putting these detailed windows on top of each other. I just love how they stack. I think it looks really effective. We did go with a retro door because I wanted it to be, really kind of retro, kind of funky looking. This is a funky build. It's not, I wanted to really portray that. Okay, so we are in the inside, and I believe we're just going to start the floor plan. So I had actually this is one of those builds where I had designed the floor plan on grid paper. So I knew the floor plan of this build, but I didn't know the exterior. So as you can see, it's got quite a weird floor plan, but essentially you walk in and you've got a little foyer with the kitchen, and then that leads into a very small dining and the back door, which then wraps around as you go down towards the right hand side of the build, where you've got a living room, and you've then got the master. The master has an ensuite, and then I believe, yes, there are 2 additional bedrooms. So it is a 3x2. So this is it's a 3x2 bedroom home. 3x2. Yes, I think I delete that in the end. I think I readjust that corner in terms of the floor plan. Might be just placing some windows here. Yes. No, that must be it. Okay, that must be the final shape. All right, so as you can see, we are just placing some doors, and I'm just doing the lighting, standard base game lights that I always use. I just find that they just emit the best kind of light. Sometimes I feel that some of the lights in the game, it's like a yellow light. It's very ambient and moody, and that's okay if that's what you're after, but it's not what we're after in most of the builds that I'm building. So yeah, base game lights work well. Okay, so color scheme. So we do a light wood tone with that kind. This is the Desert Skies wallpaper. It's a little bit dated. I suppose. I don't know. I guess the combination of the kind of rusted tin roof with the vibrant paneling, I feel that this is a little bit more of a rundown, maybe an older property. So, you know, having that kind of textured wood flooring, that kind of dated wallpaper, I feel that it suits better. As you know, I do jump around a bit. So we've just done the floor plan and we're going to come back outside now and finish the landscaping. I do generally do this where, you know, I do all of like the build, the exterior, landscaping, floor plan, and then I move into the decorating. So this pebbled path I think is really effective in a way of linking the front to the back of the property, this entertainment area, which we're really working on now. I use a lot of rocks in this to help with division and then lining the borders of the path. I do the same with these low-lying flowers, and these flowers were interesting. I wasn't sure if it really fits the aesthetic of the build, but I thought they were quite nice in the end. Now originally we've used, I don't know if I end up keeping this, I might, but I really kind of enjoyed that industrial look that those factory fences and stair railings that the werewolf pack gave, those green railings that you can see there. I liked it. It kind of gave to that this was kind of a mismatched kind of materialed house. So you've got the tin roof, you've got the shabby old wood paneling, you've got that foundation, the lattice type foundation, the metal type railings. It's just like a lot of different textures going on. And I think it's really, really effective. I love this little space. So we've got the fire pit, and I really liked these little university kind of, I don't know, are they decking chairs? I think they're called decking chairs. There were, here in Australia, like every kind of sporting game, you would always take one of those type of fold up chairs. And yeah, so I thought they were quite good. I feel that, you know, I can imagine being out by a fire pit on a decking chair. It's very Australian. So I really liked that kind of vibe in this build. As you can see, I used green solar panels. This, as I said, this was a build where it was very eccentric. I could do lots of things differently than what I would normally do. So I thought, why not? And why not have green solar panels? You know, like, why not? This would be the build to do it. So we're just going in with some azaleas. I use a lot of azaleas and ferns, and obviously these grass type pieces. Again, I like to pick a few things and then just use them multiple times and change the sizing and shape and positioning and all that. So I believe, yeah, we're just going around with some columns. I think for the longest time I didn't know whether I wanted columns, and I think that's why originally I didn't put columns. Normally I'd put them a lot sooner, but in the end I chose to, and I think we are just making the foundation darker. Yep. So as you can see, we've got lots of those eco lifestyle objects, and I really liked the combination, and I was able to, because of the sizing of this lot, fit in the backyard observatory. I think it's so cool. I don't normally have builds where, you know, something like that has a place. So I was very excited to be able to utilize that. And there's like a little nook for some planting, some planter boxes. We've also got planting pots around everywhere. So typical Anna build there. Alrighty, we are finally inside, and we do start with the kitchen as usual. And I wanted to use that kind of raw industrial kitchen set. I thought that would be quite good in the sense of, again, we're using maybe a lot of metals and a lot of kind of, I don't know, the build did have a little bit of an industrial vibe with those railings and what have you, so I felt like it matched, and the light wood tone definitely matches with the flooring, is contrasting to the mid wood tone which is in the windows. And then we go way opposite and we go to the country kitchen kit for our cabinetry, and I know that this is very out of place, but I really loved this blue. I really loved the kind of worn patchy colored cabinets, and that blue really set the tone for the build. Yep, so we do change the cabinet the counter colors, sorry, to a lighter tone because I really wanted that lighter tone to seep through. The new kit's curtains. I love these curtains. We definitely use them in this house, and I just love the linen type look of these curtains. It's so classy looking, and I just, I use the windows, I use the other details, so I able to include that here. And again, they had that blue tone that was identical to those cabinets, so I was able to, match that color, which, as you guys, I like to do. I like to have my color a third, so I like to have blue in 3 ways, which we do. We have it in the cabinet, the curtain, and now the table. So that's blue in 3 ways in one space. So it looks very cohesive. So this is the dining table. As I said, it's not a huge house. So I figured that a dining table like this would be okay. Normally in a family home, I'd like to have all sides of the table accessible, but that's okay. In smaller homes, you have to save space. Okay, so as I said, this then wraps around to the living room, and we use the high school years couch. I love this couch. I really love that kind of maroon burgundy type color. I think it's really effective. And again, we're kind of tying in a little bit of that blue. And I really like that these beanbag chairs, they actually have swatches that match the cushions of the high school years couch. So I was able to get a perfect color to match the cushion. And I just think it was so easy to create this cohesive space because, they actually gave us swatches that match. Thank you, Sims team, for that. Okay, so this week we are going into a little bit more fall and kind of spooky season builds. So these little pumpkins, you will see these everywhere. I have made it a mission of mine to inject these pumpkins in every build of this week. So be on the lookout for these pumpkins because I insert them in all different ways of this of my builds this week, and it's just there for just a little bit of we're in that time of the year, and it's just for my viewers. Now, it's very interesting because I live in Australia. It's springtime for me. It is not autumn or fall. But a lot of my viewers are from America, so I wanted to kind of, jump on the bandwagon and give you some kind of spooky October-ish kind of vibed homes. I really love the warm tones of this time of the year for you guys. It's not for me, but yes. But this was the kind of build where I wanted to just kind of give you a little bit of a wacky build. So we're building a trailer because it's very out there. And when I think of the original trailer that was here, I do think this is an upgrade. I do think that this is a house that, it'd be like Johnny's family home, So it'd be like if someone took his original trailer and probably made it just maybe a little bit bigger. I have to check actually, but I don't believe it is that much bigger than the original. All right, so I actually really like this entryway. So as you walk in, you've got like a little office. You've got a little bit of some children's stuff in here. I love doing this. I love having children's objects and toddler objects throughout the house in your main living areas because the amount of times where, your toddler's not going to stay in the bedroom in their own little room. So it's good to have that skill building, surround the main areas. That way it's easier to, pilot your Sims. I find it easier anyway. Shelving, I love doing this in smaller spaces. It allows me to clutter the space more because I'm, vertically placing things. Yeah, I thought it was kind of sweet to fit in a dollhouse here. And yeah, so we've also got a second little nook here. I believe, do I put a computer on this one? No, it might just be like a writing desk. And I think that might have been because I'm not sure if the children's room has one. But yeah. All right, so we are now into the master bedroom and I went really kind of retro, get famous kind of bed suite. We still stuck with the blues. I used a lot of beiges. I really love those side tables for this. And I was able to kind of create this beige blue kind of space. And I think it turned out really well. That get together plant, that contemporary plant is one of my favorites. I use it all the time. And this master bedroom was a weird shape. It was big enough to have like this little seating area here, but it wasn't big enough to have a proper desk or to have anything else in that kind of space of the room. Again, pumpkin. So I created this little seating area and candles. I feel like candles, you'll see a lot of candles this week. This is the time of year where apparently lots of candles are used. I don't know. Yeah, so I love candles. I use candles all the time. So I love putting them in my builds. I feel like it's an alternative to like a lamp or it's like a light in general. So yeah, we are into the children's room. So I love this little room because I love the colors. It's kind of very kind of nature and wood and kind of cabin like. It's the greens and the deep browns and those chocolate brown colors. And oh, we do have a desk in here. Maybe it was just an extra desk. And yeah, I did use a little bit of the werewolves pack in here because I felt that the colors, that kind of dark green, kind of emerald forest green, that was the color scheme of that room. And werewolves has a lot of assets that really play on that. I remember to put the decorations box in this build, and I think that's really important. And actually now thinking about it, I may not have remembered in my other homes for this week, but it totally fit because as I said, this is a very seasonal time of the year, so I definitely really should be including them in all my builds this week. We'll see if I remembered. I don't believe I did, but we did for this house, so that's okay. I love her space here. I don't normally put a TV in kids' rooms, but I thought why not? And she's got like a little gaming system, and I don't know if the kids can sit in bed and play on the gaming console. I know teenagers can, but be interesting to see if the children can. We've got the bed lamp. I need to have that thing. Sea monsters are scary. Okay, so toddler's room. I included a toddler's room, I think because the size of this bedroom was on the smaller side, but also it's with a smaller space, it's easier to decorate like a nursery or, this type of room. I remember a potty, which is good. And I think this is more, I think it's gender neutral, but maybe you could lean it a little bit more masculine. I don't know. It doesn't really look like, it looks like it go either way. I thought the high school years rug there with the little candies on it was super cute. Some pillows just to make it look a little bit cozy. Some balloon wall decorations. I do believe, yep, I raise it so it looks like that the pillows are on top of each other. Just little details like that can really like lift your builds. So always look out for little opportunities to use the 9 key and to raise objects up and kind of manipulate the objects in a way that it kind of creates a new object. So we just went with penguins, and I believe, this nice greenish wallpaper. I think it was really pretty in that space. I do believe, I use another one of those curtains in here. I love this little toddler's room. I thought it was really sweet. Do I put one in the bedroom? I think I work out how to do it. Yeah. I think I just put them together. I couldn't get those little modular curtain rod pieces to work, so I just put it together, but that's okay. If you do choose to download this house, it will be on the gallery. You could always just add it in. We're in the tour, so nice and a quick build today. So this is that outdoor space, that kind of minimal but intentional landscaping with that with that entertainment area, lots of skill building. That living room, we've got our pumpkins, yes, very important. Just some hallway spaces. You've got some desks and some, other furniture, shelving, what have you, kids items. Master bedroom, I got a tiny little ensuite. It is just a toilet and a sink, but that's okay. Kids room, I really loved the colors of this one. Kind of girly, but different. I forgot a chess table. So funny enough, I remembered all that other skill objects, but I don't remember the one thing that I put in every build. So I thought that was quite nice. And I think I also might add some monkey bars. Yes, add some monkey bars in. Just wanted to add something for the kids. And I think, I moved the chess table over, more into that entertainment area in that little nook there. Alrighty. So that is now definitely the outside done. and so I believe that's today's build. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.